Shalom, Yahshala Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwath that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 2. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. This place is done. Done da da. Right? It's over with, man. This place is a wrap. And it deserves everything that's coming to it. It deserves the mockery that's being placed upon it from these other nations. It deserves to be looked down upon as a has-been nation. It deserves everything that it has coming to it, man. For the wickedness and the atrocities that these devils plays upon our people on a daily basis, man. Like it's okay and like it's cool. Like it's right. They deserve it, man. All right? So I'm going to let this video play.
This will shock you. The Pentagon has admitted that it doesn't have a plan to get its weapons arsenal back from the Taliban. Let's have a little look. That's right. The newly formed Afghani government, the Taliban, has not only seized control of the country, but some of the most destructive war machinery and weaponry on planet Earth. US war machinery and weaponry, that is. And they got it all for absolutely nothing. A top Pentagon official said he had no information about any plans to get it all back. Army Major General Hank Taylor was asked by a reporter about what sort of steps they've taken to prevent the Taliban nabbing all their goodies, whether that be destroying them or anything else. And he responded with a,
I don't have the answer to that question.
judging by these videos, it looks like they've already got them. Since the Taliban began its sweep throughout Afghanistan, they haven't been shy showing off their US weaponry swag. We're talking helicopters, Humvees, pickup trucks, armored vehicles, guns, sniper rifles, grenades, satellite phones, and probably all the jazz bags hidden in the US soldiers' dorms. On Monday, the Associated Press reported that the Taliban had accumulated an enormous amount of US equipment meant for the Afghani army, because when the Taliban came charging towards them, they dropped it all and ran. The US government spent $145 billion trying to rebuild Afghanistan. $83 billion of that was to build the Afghan army and police forces. The $145 billion is in addition to the whopping $837 billion spent on the war. Oh, what a waste of money. And you do have to ask yourself, how does the American taxpayer feel, given their tax dollars basically paid for the Taliban's shiny new Black Hawk helicopters?
Okay, so this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. Right? Because this place has never been invaded and ain't never been touched. Like they touched all the surrounding nations around them. Right? That's why they feel so proud to say the things that they say and to act how they act. But what you are witnessing is the downfall of this kingdom. Whether you believe it or not, you don't have to. It don't even matter. We are witnessing the slow fall of Babylon. It's been going on for a while. They've been barely holding on the past 10 to 15 years, man. For real. Barely. Right? And now it's got to a point to where it's evident and the world can see it. Right? But if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you already know it's not really necessarily about the country as far as world domination goes, because the world is dominated by a particular family, right? That's associated with the man in the scripts, right? The real red man, right? According to Genesis 25, right? So they feel as though they are God, and they can move power to wherever it is they deem. But the Most High is about to show them that He's been allowing them to do so. And this next move is not going to go how they want it to go, right? But first and foremost, this place here that we in, yeah, it got to go down, right? And it's going to go down in such a glorious way. It's going to go down in flames, man. Right, so I'm going to read that again. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. All right, this is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that's doing this, man. All right, first, he exposed this place for what it really is, man. Right? No one believes in this place anymore. And that's a blessing, man. Because this place should have been lost our faith in it, man. All right, those of us that operate in the spirit of truth and in truth and sincerity all through faith, man, it's been in us our whole lives. We just tried to figure out the combination of what the problem was with us and this place. But once we came into the knowledge of the truth, we figured it out, right? Because the Most High allowed us to, right? Starting with, the elder apostles and the elder bishops and the priests and so forth and so on, right? That blessed us with this knowledge, right? It says, Isaiah 47 and verse 4 says, as for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Yasharallah, right? So, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is getting ready to make his appearance, man, right? And it's going to come in the midst of a war, a world war, right? Whoa. And that's what's seeming to be producing in the so-called Middle East as we speak. And all of the nations around the world are involved. This is bigger than a war in Afghanistan or a war on terror. It's bigger than all of that, right? This is a global conflict, right? It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Meaning, our understanding of this place going to leave once they fully, and when I say they, I'm talking about the people that are not in the know, the people that ain't really running nothing. They just benefiting off of the oppression in this place, right? But they don't really know for real, right? When it says sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, man, that understanding that they believe that this place just gonna last and last and last, and they can vote this and vote that and make this trade with this people and link up with this, all of that's finna be gone. Right? It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. You will no longer be called the top dog. And it's already started. It's already started, man. The world laughing at this place, right? Because of the move that they made in Afghanistan, right? Let me see. Verse 6 says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Right? Like I said, they feel as though it's them that's making all these moves. It's not them. It's the Most High that allowed them to do it. And it's all because we fell off and we didn't hold up our end of the contract. But now that the remnant of us are coming back and operating how we supposed to have been in the first place, the Most High is now beginning to fight for us, right? Well, not beginning, but the Most High has been fighting for us, right? And that fight getting harder and harder for Esau, right? And he promised to lose, right? So let me see. Let me start that over. Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy, right? So if you ever wonder why we go so hard about wanting this place to be done, these people show zero mercy, man. And the little bit of mercy you think they're showing you, it's all a part of an agenda to move a certain thing forward. It ain't got nothing to do with want to do right by you at all. It's always another meaning behind anything these people do, right? It says, Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, right? It says, And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it, right? So this whore, because that's all this broad is a whore, man. This whore that's trying to be front like a housewife, right? This dirty broad that don't wash herself, man. This broad is filthy, right? And I'm talking physically and metaphorically, right? As far as the fornication and all that this place pushes as though it's right, and you wrong if you speak against it according to the script, right? And physically, because man, these people don't even watch their show like real talk. The leaders of this place, the owners of this place, of this world, right? Who the Most High put in charge of it, they dirty, man, like literally dirty, right? It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. It's people that know who we really are, that are in this place, that are in Canada, Mexico, right? The conquistadors people, all right, and the settlers people, all right. And everybody knows who we are from every nation, the top people, and it's like they forgot that we are who we are, and our power is who our power is, right? Man, look, you cannot erase the Most High's chosen, man. And he ain't gonna get that. He will never get that. According to script, that dude will never get that. That's why, in his mind, he feel like he can go to war with the Father. All right? Pure insanity. All right? It says, verse 8, Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Meaning this broad says that I am power, and there is none beside me. Ain't that what the Most High say? Right? It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So this broad say, I go to war with anybody, and we gonna win. Right? That's basically what it means, because anytime you go to war, you're gonna lose people. But what it's saying is, I will never lose a war. I may lose a battle or two, but a war, I'm gonna win it. Right? Let's see what the Most High say. It says, But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection. For the multitude of thy sorceries, right? What are some of their sorceries? Right? They television shows and they movies that show a false history, right? They show your history with them in your place. And you won't even be in the film at all, as though you didn't exist at that time, right? Like when they show movies about Egypt and they show movies about Greece and they show movies about Rome, we are nowhere to be found, even though we held key positions in those times. The so-called Dark Ages are us. We ruled Europe for approximately 1,000 years. They'll never show you that, right? The Maccabees, those are us. The Laodiceans, right? Or better known as the 300. Man, that's us. That's us, right? We got a rich history, but they not gonna tell that. They gonna have your mind believing that you were in the jungles butt naked swinging on vines, chilling with the monkeys, right? It says, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, right? They are old, right? And they have earned everything that the Father is going to bring to them, man. Everything, right? Let me see. Go to the book of Ezekiel. What is it? 35? Yeah. Ezekiel 35 and verse 3. Matter of fact, verse 2 says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Mount Seir is another name for Edomites because that's where that dude come from, Mount Seir. Love to kick it in the mountains, whether it's Mount Seir or the Caucasus Mountains in southern Russia, or if it's your skyscrapers in New York. That dude love to kick it in the mountains, man. Right? It says, and say unto it, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. Right? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, meaning a never-ending hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Yasharallah by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time where we were owed it, right? In the time where our punishment was due, right? It says, in the time that their iniquity had an end, and in the time that we were coming out of that punishment and we were due recompense. That's why we talking about reparations and all this nonsense. That's the Most High letting us know it been time for them to rectify the situation, but they choose not to. So they are due, and the Father gonna pay them back, man. He already doing it as we speak, right? It says, verse 6, therefore, as I live, says Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood. And that's what the Most High is doing right now. He's preparing our enemies to blood, right? It says, and blood shall pursue thee, sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. How is the Most High preparing these devils for blood? Let's go to the book of Joel, chapter 3. Let's see. Verse 9 says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Right? Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Not some, all. That's world war. Right? And this is speaking about the final world war. Right? It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. That's every nation on this earth that's going to get involved with it. Right? It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Right? And that's what it is. And that's the times that we're living in. We're living in some awesome times, man. If you got an eye to see and an ear to hear. If not, you might be terrified right by now. Because it look like this place ain't going to get no better, and you are confounded about what would happen if things go south, how everybody keeps saying it's going south. Right? So if you're hearing these words and you stumbled across this video and you've heard these precepts and you saw the video and you know what's going on in the world by chance, take heed. All right, because it's the Most High talking to you. Proverbs 16:1 says, the preparation of the heart and man and the answer of the tongue are from Yahweh. This is no by chance thing. This is a warning. This is an exhortation, right? I'm strongly urging you to repent. So-called blacks, so-called natives, and so-called Hispanics, and all our brethren around the world, all of so-called Negro descent, right? Repent. Make supplication unto Yahweh. Beg, man. Hard, man. Right? We deserve all the punishment that we got. Right? And if you repent now, right, and you try your hardest, all in faith to show the Most High that you sorry for your part. Right? According to the word, you'll also earn the kingdom. You'll deserve the kingdom. Right? Because somebody got to fill them slots. The 1/3 slots and the 144,000 slots. And Most High willing, Yahweh Ratazah, I'm in that number. If you listening, you in that number. You watching this, you in that number too. Right? So, Most High willing, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Halom Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Harokakodai, Shalom, Yashalom.